Hey people, we are back at the boat, and we were going to run another test run, speed test with the new prop on here, but we got so much other stuff we got to do that's going to affect performance that it'd be a waste of time. Because another thing we got to do, like I said, we got to cut this motor mount from here, where it's at here, down to bring the bottom in 1.5 inches roughly. And we got to probably cut a notch out of there too. Also, I'll tell you a little secret. I don't know if you noticed between the last video and this one how wide like the steps are and how wide the sides of the boat is. Let me tell you, we have a guy that helps us build the boats. Fantastic guy, by the way. But they clean their boats the quick and easy way by using sulfuric acid, okay, battery acid. You could probably use muriatic acid, swimming pool acid, that they use to get the algae out of the pools and stuff. They don't use battery acid in pools that I know of, but anyway, they think because it takes the algae and the little brown film off the side of the boat easily, that it's okay. No. This stuff eats through epoxy and enamel paint and whatever other stuff you have on the side of your boat. So this is not a safe product to use to clean your boat. We just use a little soft scouring pad, like a little plastic one that's not harder than the paint, and it's not chemically attacking the paint. So they don't know that. They don't know chemicals and stuff like that. So, bless their heart, they're doing the best they can. But what we are here today for is we got to get these motors off. And again, like I said, I was going to do one more speed test, but like I said, we're going to do so much stuff that going to affect speed that there's no sense in doing a speed test now, because we're going to, like I said, cut this in an angle and a half, put that trim up so it lifts the back of the boat, tries to bring the nose down, and so we get hope possibly maybe get up on plane, or at least get a better flatter ride instead of digging and plowing through the ocean. That just takes a lot of force, fuel economy, speed, all that stuff goes down the drain when you're trying to plow through it like this instead of sliding on it like a surfboard. That's the plan, and that's planing. You plane on the top of the waves or water. So what we're doing today is I got to take these fins off, these hydrofoils off, or weld tails, whatever I call them from time to time. Both of these engines, because we got to take these engines off and put them in the catamaran, and they won't fit with this big old wing on there. It's going to interfere with that. And I also want to test it too. I want to, once I make all the modifications and get everything back in one piece, I want to test it without the wing, because the wing should help if you've got your trim right. It's either going to help or it's hurt. If you got your trim wrong, it's going to dig down and pull the bottom of the boat down. If you got your trim right, it's going to, lift and help assist lifting the back of the boat. So it can be a plus and a minus depending on how well properly trimmed your engine is. So I'm going to take these off, and when we put it all back, I'll test it again without these, because obviously we'll put the motors on without these. We'll test it, do speed test and stuff, and see and trim and see how the boat rides and handles and what have you, and then we'll put them back on. See if they cavitate too, because we've had a cavitation issue without this. And when I put this on, the only cavitation we have is if I try to make a hard turn right or left, this edge kind of digs in and starts blocking the water from entering the prop. And so you get some air in there, because that portion of the boat, or this portion of the boat, is actually blocking the water from coming across and into the prop, if you understand that. So anyway, we're gonna the other thing we gotta do is clean the bottom of the boat, because see, they clean the sides to make it look white, when you're standing here, but then you reach under this side here, and that's where all the barnacles are, under here, see, under here. So we take a wooden spatula, bamboo, and we scrape that off. We do not use metal, okay folks? No metal at all is used. And this is my drain hole here, and I got some barnacles, some little shells inside of my drain hole. You got to get those out of there too, or they'll clog, you know, your drain hole. You can see that right there. I can't stick my finger in there, but I'm trying to grab one so I can pull it out and show you. They're loose. They're just kind of hanging. They're like snails. So anyway, let's look under here with the, because this is an underwater camera. Okay, I suppose you saw that, and that's all the barnacles under there. See, somebody took something. See this here? See what they did? They're using some kind of a steel thing, and they're scraping all my paint off. See that? And they're exposing the, God, I mean, I tell them don't be using steel stuff. And I've just got to tell them again and again. See what they did here? They scratched this whole side off here. All the paint came off. Yeah, they're actually damaging it. You know, like I say, bless their hearts. They think they're doing the right thing, but they are not. They just don't. I know what's going to happen. A metal putty knife will rip the paint right off of here. Anything steel will. You have to use plastic, like a plastic spatula, or a bamboo spatula. Either one of those works good. So anyway, you got what? Yeah, see these two here. These two here work great. This actually like a spatula, like a rice serving spoon here. They used to serve rice, but this edge here, it'll take the barnacles off. It'll wear this spoon down, and then you just buy a new one. They're just a few pesos, like 20 pesos or 18, 30 pesos. I don't know what they are. And then the bamboo spoon works good too. So we are going to get busy cleaning things, and we'll be back with more of my Paradise on the Tiny Island. Plus, we got to get all stuff out of here. But first, we want to get the engines in the catamaran. And so we got to de-anchor the rear of the catamaran and swing it around here and try to position it right by us. So when we pick up this engine, we only have to walk to right here. From there to here, not from here to way there, carrying this, 85-pound engine and 125-pound engine through the mud and the rocks and whatever. And there's a hole right here that I, step and trip in twice last time we were here. So, I mean, you just don't want to be trying to manage something heavy when you're doing that. So, anyway, Paradise. Al, are you scraping? Yeah, we also brought our scuba mask and snorkel too to get under here. It's better. Right now we really can't because we're only barely knee deep here. Barely knee deep. And you can't lay on your back and really function with only 1.5 feet of wiggle room under the boat with the tide going down on top of you. So right now we're just scraping what we can reach from the outside. Walking around it. Okay. So we got a lot of work to do. I'm going to get busy. We're going to clean it first as much as we can, and then we will. Well, I've got to take these off here, so that's my task. Take off the weld tails. So we'll be back with more on my Paradise on the Italian Island. Get those weld tails out of there. Bye for now. All right, folks, we are motorless. We took the motors off and stored them away, and now Lindy is taking off the front splash guards here. We're preparing again, as I said, to move the boat, and the boat is setting on the ground now. You can see there's no draft here at all. It's setting on the ground, setting on the bamboo things. We got this one broke. I think this one broke in half, so we got to get it. We're going to put a mahogany piece under there. So one of the things that I have that I keep on board the boat is wrenches that fit these crossbeam bolts. Okay, Problem is, these are cheap ass wrenches. Look at them. They're rusting all nasty. So I need some good chrome palladium. I think that's what they call them. And hopefully those are more rust resistant. And I'm going to take a wire brush and actually wire brush these. And I may paint them with some what's called samurai paint. That's automotive style paint that is oil and gas resistant. So I can either do that, paint them, except for the jaws, of course. And hopefully that'll keep them from future rust. But I'll wire brush them with my electric drill and one of those little brass brush things and clean them all up, see if I can do that. Used to I would put them in vinegar, but the vinegar here is weak. It's not 14% acid. It's only 5 or something, 5 or 6 or something like that. So it's not strong enough to really handle rust. So I can't use my vinegar trick on my super rusty stuff, because normally you could drop it in there for about 5 days and come back and they're gone. Well, all the rust is gone. This is bare steel. And the bare steel, amazingly enough, is more rust resistant after you do that treatment. And I don't know why. I don't know if it oxidates or like anodizes it or something, but anyway, it's better. Okay, so these are the bolts we got to take out. We are leaving the brackets here for the splash guards. So we'll take these out, this out, this out, this out. This motor mount comes off, and again I got to cut this down about 1.5 inches in, and have it welded back shorter, and then we will have more trim on the engine. Hopefully, again, I've said that before, lifting up the back of the boat. So it tries to get on plane. I don't think it's going to get on plane, but it tries to. So that'll be just better. Not great, but better. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. Taking these 4 bolts out here. All the 4 crossbeam bolts, the ones in the center. We're leaving these ones in here. There's 2 here and there's 1 there. Because whenever we tide comes up, we'll push the boat around over to there where it's just a couple feet from the shore, and then we'll disassemble it and pick it up and carry it up the stairs and park these 2 holes here, the outer holes on the side here, and then we'll take the center hole into where it was originally built, where there's electricity that we can run a welder from. So that's the whole plan for why this thing's going ashore, is to do some welding back here. You'll see it. Stay tuned. It's on this little prop shaft too, back here. I gotta get that going. So I gotta weld grease zirk fittings. If you know what zirk fittings are, gotta weld them on. So anyway, we will be back with more. I'm gonna take it all apart. She's got all those off. We gotta clean all the holes out and get all the junk out of here. We got gas tanks and full buckets and whatever stuff, ropes, anchors, boards, you know the stuff that gets in your boat. Steps, we have steps. Probably leave them in. So anyway, Paradise out. We got our engines off. Bye for now. We're going to head out. We packed it all in, folded, closed it all up. We got the catamaran over there and the trimaran here, and so next is the high tide. We'll take all this stuff apart, then we'll slide the boat over there and do the final disassembly on each side. I'm seeing something swim around. No, that's just a floating leaf. I thought we was going to get some live action animals here. The tide's coming in now. It's coming in, right, honey? The tide? No, it's going out.
Coming in.
Well, no, it's going that way. See, everything's going out. All the little leaves are still going out. So tide's still going out. So talk about low tide. You see everybody out there? Honey, what are they doing there? They got shells? Huh? Eating. Sea cucumbers?
Sea cucumber.
Raw? Let's check it out, folks. And there's another group there. This is what happens at low tide. This is a feast. We have a feast. You see all the seaweed and the grass stuff? Really nice stuff. When the water's deep, it's really pretty. It's like a beautiful pasture. Imagine cows out here grazing. But we don't have sea cows. They don't have them here. Florida, Australia has them. Manatees, just like Florida. Whoa, look at this. Look at this. Boy. Yeah, what did they get? They got seaweed?
Hi guys.
Seaweed, hey there. Got seaweed, and oh, you got the vinegar and the tomatoes and the onions and the calamansi.
Yeah.
Oh, sea urchin.
Sea urchin.
Oh,
Wanna
okay.
try?
These are, oh, no, I'm good. I'm good, yeah, sea urchin. And you found all those out here? Oh, wow, this is like a sea urchin party. Look at that. They got just a bunches of them. Yeah, you just crack them and get the yellow stuff from the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll watch him. See, he's cracking it, rinsing it in the ocean. And then they get the inside there is like a yellow creamy stuff. And to me, it tastes like the ocean. It's got a real ocean taste. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sea cucumber. Lindy's grabbing their food and eating all their food. Now they won't have no food. So they find sea cucumbers all out here and everything. So it's a big feast. All right. Well, and there's another group over there doing the same thing. So it's a party. Where's the red horse? Huh? No red horse. Well, how can you have a party? Oh, okay. Coke and Sprite. Okay, you're being good, huh? Being good. All right, honey. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Ayo, ayo. So that's the feast that happens. And they're all down in these little pockets in these low tide areas. Lindy got some starfish. Honey, that bottle that you got the starfish in?
Yes.
That wasn't, okay, that's fresh. Okay, she got a bunch of starfish in there. Lindy, the zoologist or marine biologist. Not really, but she thinks she is. Oh, one of our nephews, I guess, kind of a thing. Young boys, we gave him a starfish one time, and he put it in a bowl, and it was alive for a long time. He put it with fresh water, and it was alive for a long time. But his mother just thought it was a bowl, and she picked it up and dumped the water and the starfish out. She didn't know it was a starfish. She just thought it was some grass or something. She threw it out and washed the bowl and broke his little heart. So anyway, Lindy's got him some more starfish. They're in the shallows here. You'll see them just running around. Yeah, a lot of starfish. I think the tide's coming up, honey. Or is it going down? I don't know. Maybe I'm just going through the deep part of the water. So anyway, we're going to put our water backpacks on, and we're going to head out. Lindy's over there getting more starfish. Honey, leave the starfish alone. Leave them alone. I know it is, but you can't put it in there. It's too hard. Look at that. The little starfish. Yeah, honey, just put him back in here. Let him live in peace without some marine biologist imprisoning him and dooming him to a life of fresh water and certain death. Okay, everybody. There's the blue starfish. I'm not going to step on him. So, and there's everybody feasting. The groups. Well, there's another group out there picking them. See all the kids and stuff. And way out there there's another little sandbar like thing out there. They're far out there, everywhere. It's party time for the whole week. We're gonna have these super low tides. Look at that. I mean, like I said, it looks like a giant, like a football field, like 100 football fields. It's just all flat, like seagrass pasture. Man, amazing. And then in about 3 hours, it'll be about 3 feet deep here. And they got to leave when the tide starts rolling in. It's going to be about a 7 foot tide. So here, this is about 2 feet above zero tide. And 7 feet's about 5 feet high. So it'll be about this deep. I don't know, my hand doesn't show, but anyway, I'm 6 feet-ish. So it'll be up to my shoulders, roughly. So Paradise, you'll see the stripped down Paradise Trimaran. Paradise out. Hey everybody, look what I found. I saw this white thing floating in the ocean, and I thought it was like a roll of, like a plastic roll or something, because I saw the white part. See that white part there? It was floating up, and I kept pushing it with my foot, going, well, what is this thing? And lo and behold, sea cucumber. I got a sea cucumber, so I'm going to go contribute to their feast over here. This is, I think, what they're eating. So I'm going to take it over there. It's a small one. So I'm going to contribute. I'm going to do my part. And feeding, having a native meal here on the Italian island. So we'll see if they want this. I think they do. I think this is like a prized thing here. Let's see if they want to eat this. Yeah, do you guys like these? Yeah, sea cucumber. Huh? There you go. Oh, you're welcome. I found it right there behind my boat. Yeah, all right. Enjoy. All right. Oh, yeah, bye. Yeah, okay. I contributed to the feast there, folks, so that's what happens. They're strolling around, stumbling in the ground. You look down, you see something, you go, what the heck is that? And lo and behold, it's dinner. It's what you have. In the Philippines at low tide, just go out and gather a bunch of those bad boys, and they eat them raw. I don't know how they clean them or what, but they'll eat them raw. And then everything they eat raw here, all the stuff they get in the ocean, and they got little shells too that they will get, and they'll I think they boil them though, so which they're not doing there. There's no fires out here in the ocean. And we're back to the marine biologist with all of her starfish. Anyway, paradise out. Naked boat. Hey y'all, just wanted to show you one more thing. See, this, again, we're leaving the boat, leaving the fiesta, the sea harvesting fiesta, but this is how we anchor the boat. This is the anchor that I invented. Before, it was too little skinny, the old fisherman style, like the Popeye style, and I had to modify it and make it like that with wide blades so you can dig in and grab the mud or the sand and anchor. So that's my anchor going to the catamaran. We got one at the back too. The back we've got a Bruce style modern anchor. It's small though, it's only 1 kilo, but it really holds good. 1 kilo, one little 2.2 pounds, and it holds good. On the rear of this trimaran we have the same as this one here, the big 4-prong anchor with the wide spade blades hooking in to the sand or the mud. This is mostly mud here. And in the front we have a Delta, modern Delta, that you can just throw out and drag it and it'll self-hook. So anyway, that's anchoring the boats. So we're going to run. We're done for the day. So we got the anchors out. And we had to re-anchor this because this little seaweed farm here, I didn't want it to drift into there, so we re-anchored the catamaran. So anyway, again, this is a seaweed farm, this little net thing. I think it's a seaweed farm, but somebody was saying they take some fish or something and put it in here and leave it in here overnight, and then the next day they come and get it. That's my wife's story. So I don't know what it is. Like a petting zoo for fish, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they'll catch some dolphins and throw them in there. Who knows? We don't know. It'll be a petting zoo for dolphins. I don't know. So anyway, Paradise out.